Level up on these niggas and I know they hate it. Struggling that life, looking aggravated. Got straight to the money, no procrastinating. Buying anything I want, life's a vacation. You can tell by my walk, I'm activated. You can hear the way I talk, I'm activated. All day.
Oh. Activated. Activated. Activated.
We activated. You already know. Everybody, welcome to Across the Way, U.S. to the U.K. I'm the Commissioner Trill Bill. We got my brother Ricco back. How you feeling, Ricco? How you feel?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. A little bit ill last week. However, nothing can keep me down. I'm not sure who said that, but I'm sure that's a famous phrase. But yeah, came back from the dead, obviously, to check the fans out. Love you guys. Big up Jams Boxing. Big up everybody in the building. But first of all, big up to our sponsors. D-Rock Clothing, worn by the likes of Joseph Parker, Johnny Nelson. I feel like it feels like I'm glitching, but I'm actually not glitching. I'm just a little rusty. And our very own Jams Boxing. But yeah, like I said, came back from the just to be with all of you. Miss you guys. Big up to Aisha. Love you, my darling. And yeah, we're gonna have a tremendous show. Tremendous.
Shout out to my man.
Oh yeah, I forgot the promo code iBoxingHub 24. Use that 40% of your purchase. Yes. So obviously, I've been eager to start the show. This is my first one back. Obviously, I've had a couple of Twitter spaces. Follow me on there. We have a great time. But Trill, great to see you again. How goes it?
Man, it's good, bro. I'm sitting here. You see, I'm chilling. You know what I mean? I'm activated, getting ready to lock in with you and have a tremendous show. Don't mind me. I'm over here just preparing dinner. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm doing. Is preparing dinner and having some boxing talk with you fine folks. You heard?
And that's just what we want to relay over here on Across the Way, the US to the UK. We're simple folk, okay? We're gentle folk. We're just like you.
We're just like you.
But boxing fanatics. However, boxing being the key word there. So, there's obviously a lot that's been happening in my absence.
You know what? Obviously. Yeah, it is. A lot has been going on in your absence. But you know what? We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what's really been trending right now.
What's been trending?
Let's just start it off. This is what we're going to be talking about today. You know what I'm saying? You dubbed it. What did you dub today's subject that we was talking about today? What's today's topic that you discussed? What did you dub
Episode 9. And we're going to talk about episode 10, obviously, at the end of this episode. But episode 9, a very special one to my heart, actually, because obviously this is a transatlantic show. So Trill is over there in Boston. I'm over here in Southampton. It's truly international, right? And that being said, I find Shakur Stevenson, and I'll name the title. The strange case, I actually said the curious case, but yes, thank you, production. The strange case of Shakur Stevenson. Why all the beef, inverted and outverted commas? I mean brackets. Well, it's big up Savage. Savage is obviously in the back there. Trill, we actually spoke for an hour and just to plan, obviously, the show. So I'm going to let you guide us like Moses did the Israelites to the land of.
What we're gonna do? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. It's your brother, man, the Commissioner Trill Bill, and I have you hear Savage going crazy in the back. That means somebody just pulled up in my yard, probably UPS, Amazon. You know what I'm saying? And Sav got beef with all of them. You know what I'm saying? Anybody with a uniform on, Sav ain't playing. You know what I mean? But this is the strange case of Shakur Stevenson. Why the beef? You know what I'm saying? And we're going to start it off with the first topic. You know what I'm saying? Is the hate Shakur Stevenson getting warranted? That's what I want to ask y'all in the chat, and I want to ask you, Ricco. I want to ask you: is the hate Shakur Stevenson getting warranted?
Absolutely. In fact, I think it's fantastic, the creativity. I happen to think that Elon Musk's Twitter is probably the greatest app in existence at the moment. And the thing is, warranted. We need to look at warrant Jams. I was a huge Shaq fan, to be honest, guys. This fight, another fantastic boxing clinic, but it wasn't the KO he said we'd get. And I think that's why the beef just not exciting it enough at times. No. The sweet science. This is the thing. People think like the sweet science. You can get away with exhibiting one half of the sweet science. You can't just be defensive. And then they use the example of Floyd. Floyd wasn't just defensive. Even when he was Money Mayweather, he was still getting knockouts. He would still come with combinations. He would still come on the front foot. Even though he would be on the counter, he would come on the front foot and display an element of pressure. Where the beef is warranted is that and this is actually quite simple, to be honest with you. I think I'll KO everything right now. He said there'll be a massacre. He said, what did he say? He said, no, one of his fans, and then he ended up telling this fan to like fuck off. Bro, hilarious. The fan said to him like, oh, like, you know, what can we expect, champ? Shakur was like, yo, you can expect a knockout. You know, he's caught me at a bad time. I'm looking to show a statement. This. But this is the type of thing that he should be saying, definitely. But the thing is, you have to also at least try and attempt to back what you were saying in said earlier tweet. And then the fan was like to him, "Yo, what happened? What happened, champ?" He was like, "I don't really want to say," but it was just unfortunate. You know, thing is, it's in his hometown as well. We were on the first banner of Warranted in his hometown. I actually spoke to the director of sports, Aladdin. Big up to my guy Aladdin. You know, it's unfortunate because he actually added green screen in. So those weren't real people. So imagine like GTA 6 Trill, right? And it was just a green screen of just people around, and the actual people in attendance was just Crawford, Andre Ward, and co on the side. And you kind of, yeah, thank you, production. You, so in essence, it's just despicable what Top Rank did to that young man in that last fight. You know, Shakur obviously himself has come out and said how much did they pay these people.
Yo, we're gonna get to all that, Ricco. I want you to follow the bouncing ball. Is the hate Shakur Stevenson getting warranted?
Absolutely. Oh, for me personally, I'll give this reason, and you know, I want to read some of the comments. For me, in the UK, Thrill, and you know me because I complained to you in our hour-long call session. Having to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning on a Sunday, bro, it's like cutting a cord when you're like in like, you know, the Avatar, you know, like the aliens, the blue aliens Avatar, when they're in like the whole state thing, or the Matrix, when Neo and all of them are connected to the Matrix. It's like pulling that plug there, like you die a little bit inside. So I get up for Shakur, okay, for the watch along or what have you, and they're like, oh, he displayed this boxing clinic in XYZ. I say no, bro. No. Because one, you promised me a massacre. Two, what I saw there was just slick counterpunching. It wasn't in bunches, it wasn't in it was, and his granddad was like, I can add this. This adds to the point of the warranted. His grandfather, his grandfather said to him, looked him in his eye, bro, just like, just let your hands go, champ. Just let it brings bad visions of Adrian Broner. Not like I'm saying that Shakur is Adrian Broner. However, we've seen how these things just flip. I'm just saying. Now, his granddaddy was saying to him, Trillionitis, that just let your hands go, champ. Just let your hands. Shakur was saying to him, if I get robbed, I'm going to quit boxing forever. What are you even talking about? There was no I don't understand where these conversations were added, where he was coming from. What he does exemplary in terms of slickness, and the talent is just undeniable. However, the sweet science is a combination of yin and yang. It is defensive skills. However, it doesn't matter what your actual style is, whether it be orthodox or southpaw or what have you. You still have to have an element of defense and offense. And it just seems to me that he and I think Cameron used a really good example. He wants to swim without being wet, and you can't swim without being wet. Thank you, production. Production, you have been, bro. Can we clap it up? Let me get some sound effects.
Are you finished cooking, my brother?
I'm finished, bro. I'm finished. But
I'm literally chefed up.
Yeah, I know, bro. You got a crab? Is that a crab?
That's a lobster. I already breaking up the crabs already. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, I'm truly from the ghetto, bro. I don't know what a lobster is. I just see something there and like, oh, crab.
Is the hate Shakur Stevenson getting warranted? Yes and no. The reason why
I forgot a point.
The reason why go ahead. What's your point?
Yeah, the last one. And also, and why it's actually making it worth me waking up 5 a.m. for that fucking nonsense. He is crashing out on Twitter currently. That young man is.
Bro, we'll get to that, man.
Okay. All right. I'm done. I'm done. But yes, absolutely warranted. Absolutely.
We just talk about his performance. And I'm gonna have to say yes and no. The reason why I say yes and no, I said because his performance, right? Sometimes it's not the fighter. Sometimes it's the dance partner. You know what I'm saying?
How many Trill? How many dance partners?
I didn't say nothing when you was talking.
Sorry,
you know what I'm saying? Right? Sometimes it's the dance partner. I actually feel this is the first time that we've seen Shakur Stevenson go forward in the action. You know what I'm saying? Is it warranted? Maybe not for this fight because he actually was pressing the action. But before, of course, Shakur Stevenson has been known for putting people to sleep. And even though he was coming forward and trying to press the action, he still put people to sleep. Now, it comes to this point of, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Like now real boxing fans, right? Like real boxing fans, we understand the whole slick boxing thing. We understand that, and we also understand that, things happen like dance partners and stuff like that. I'm also taking into consideration how he's been performing since he got up in this weight class. At 130, 126, he seemed to be taking people out. If you want to go back and look at Shakur Stevenson's old fights at 126 and 130, he seemed to be more stronger. I don't know what happened with that 5 pounds that he wasn't able to bring that punching power up and keep these guys off of him like he was able to do at 126 and 130. I'm starting to think maybe it's a case of what happened with David Benavidez and other fighters like Teofimo Lopez and so others. Like the power just don't carry up. We haven't seen Teofimo Lopez knock anybody out at 140 neither since he's been up there. And we haven't seen Shakur Stevenson do that to anybody since he moved up to 135. Maybe it's a case of the weight, but the skill level was still there. Maybe his intentions was there. He really wanted a stoppage. We seen him. We haven't seen Shakur come out there like that, But maybe, and we're going to get to it, is that after the fight, after the fight and the things that he was saying before the fight, when he was criticizing other fighters. That's why I think some of the criticism that he's getting is warranted, because you get back what you put out. That's how the universe works. Shakur Stevenson, as they call him, Twitterson, you know what I'm saying? Shakur Twitterson, you know what I'm saying? He was going on rants before his fight. He was attacking all fighters. He was from the Ryan situation. He was sticking his nose in that, to talking about Frank Martin, to going ahead talking about Tank and talking about others. You know what I'm saying? Other champions. So this makes this criticism warranted. That's what I think makes the criticism. The things that he was putting out, the energy he was putting out before the fight. That's what I think makes the criticism warranted, because you get back what you put out. Not exactly what he did in the ring, because I also feel like the guy was trying to survive. And like he said, he was also trying to survive. You know, his opponent said he was trying to survive. The problem I seen was Shakur Stevenson not cutting off the ring. And that happens to a lot of greats. You know what I'm saying? But as already has said, what it is that I feel is that if this fight, it wasn't warranted, but his actions outside leading up to it is warranted other criticism, because you know how the world works. You get back what you put out. You show love, you get hugs. You show love, you show hate, you catch slugs. That's how it is.
Bro, that was okay. I actually have to make notes, bro. Like it's this is how good the show is going now. Episode 9. I have to make. We used to just on the vibe thing, but so one of the points you said, Shakur, with his power and what we've seen with Tio or at Devon, I would say it's a case by case basis. So, for example, for this one, Shakur hasn't ever had issues with the weight. He's never when he unified with Valdez, that was when I would say that he was still comfortable within weighing that weight. Obviously, the following fight, heavy on the scales and was just like, oh, I just can't make this weight. Which is funny when these fighters do this, because how are you going to say this on the day? You know, you have nutritionists and all these things.
It happens overnight, my brother. I can honestly tell you, in my journey, bro, it happens overnight. Sometimes you just can't cut it. You try and you just can't cut it. Your body gets so bro. I'm just trying to tell you. It just sometimes, your body just doesn't do it. Your body just doesn't, like you might go do a way, right? How you used to do cutting weight, right? It don't work with you. Everybody changes. Your body is different. It's hard for me to get the weight off of me. When I go into these camps with the young men, it's hard for me to get down the weight and stuff like that than when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? It's just harder. It's just your body. So I don't criticize fighters, you know what I'm saying, when it happens, like, you know what I'm saying, because I know it happens. You know what I'm saying? Not if it.
No, I'm not criticizing anybody. The thing is, I'm criticizing you for the fact that you go all the way to the weigh-in when you already know. Like, Trill, you know boxing in terms of your camp, how you approach your camp.
You don't lose your last 3 pounds until the, you know what I'm saying, leading up to the day before. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, they're used to doing that, and then eventually you just get old and your body doesn't do that for you no more. You know what I'm saying? So you're thinking like, damn, all I got is this one.
No, but he's young. We're not talking about like someone older. We're talking about
you just can't make the weight. I understand when people do it on some BS, but I do understand when fighters just, your body just change.
No, but if we're using somebody who's literally the same age as him with Devon's made weight every single time. Shakur,
but he got to doing something crazy where we got to also have an investigation against Snack, because that is crazy. How he
True. We're going to save this for a different episode.
Right, we'll save next question. The next question in the chat. Do you think Bob had people leaving the arena and ESPN tune in on these people leaving to sabotage Shakur Stevenson's career? Shout out to my man Conspiracy.
Wait, Trill, really quickly. Oh, shout out, mate. RIP Conspiracy, man. Greg, I love you, bro. RIP, bro. I have 3 more points that you had said. why was he? So he was actually a lot bigger, which is obvious, than a lot of than every 126 pounder there. So if you see how he fought Valdez, Valdez, it was way more exciting because Valdez actually, he's a pressure fighter, but he can actually go the full 12 pressure fighting. That's where Shakur, he if Valdez didn't, if Valdez displayed the same kind of style in which someone's not they're throwing just maybe a punch or this or whatever, they're trying to fight on the back foot ish, then it would have been a really, really boring fight. But the thing is that Valdez actually brought that fight to Shakur. So yeah, and Shakur wasn't trying to survive in this last fight, not from what I had seen. I think that what he needs is, and this is really important, Shakur, if you're listening, bro, this is honestly, this shit will help you 1,000,000%. You need to get somebody, a trainer, or
Ricco. Follow the bouncing ball. We got thee to do is the hate Shakur Stevenson was getting, was that warranted? If you don't have nothing left for that, let's go to the next question. Do you think Bob had people leaving and had ESPN tuning in on these people leaving on purpose?
Yes, absolutely.
You think it was a setup from Bob?
1,000,000%. I actually spoke to, if you go back. Yes, absolutely, Shakur. If you're listening to this, my heart goes out to you, brother. Okay, seriously, it's just not nice. What, just in terms of the production, what they did. Big up to my guy Aladdin, who is the director of sports for ESPN. He actually did a show, and he came on my Twitter space, and he was talking about, we had to use a baby camera thing or whatever, and what have you. They green screened an audience in there. They tricked everybody, bro. Literally. There wasn't people there. And the thing is, they've done a whole GTA 6 graphics of people being there and people leaving just to screw Shakur. Hashtag I stand with Shakur. Hashtag I stand with Shakur. Shakur, what they did to you wasn't nice, bro. Hopefully, wherever you go now, they treat you good. But yeah. So to answer your question, I think it was spiteful and just not nice.
I don't think Bob sat there and said, "Listen, while the fight was going, because of course we never knew what was going to happen. We didn't know what was going on to happen. So Bob, you mean to tell me, Ricco, Bob during the 8th round, he wrote a letter and slipped a kite to go there to production and be like, hey, yo, I got some people that I got here and they're going to start walking out. When they walk out, I want you to film it. No, that's too much. That is way too much. This is what I know it's
possible.
This is what I think happened. You know what I'm saying? This is what I think happened. This is not the first time that people have walked out of Shakur Stevenson fight.
What?
This is not the first time that we done seen people walking out of Shakur Stevenson fight. Because you know why? Why? This is why I'm telling you. Because everybody, these poor people, they're smart, right? Like everybody else that I know that's from the hood. When we know the outcome of something, right? Especially like a game or something like that, what are we trying to do, folks? We're trying to beat traffic. They know the same old Shakur. They thought they was coming here to see something epic. And they didn't. So they said, you know what we gonna do? I'm in my conspiracy bag. They said, you know what we gonna do? We gonna beat traffic. We ain't sitting here trying to wait for the let out and get through past all these people. Nah, we gonna beat traffic. We know what's gonna happen. By the 10th round, we know what's gonna happen. He's going to the decision. They know Shakur Stevenson. His fans know him. And Top Rank, they don't control the cameras. The guy he thought it was hilarious. So he zoomed in on it. He's the cameraman.
Which was disgusting.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yep.
Was it?
Yeah.
They would have seen this before.
Can I explain why? Can I explain why?
And this is why I think it was, this is what he needed. It gives people have unrealistic, what's the names of themselves, right? So you have to see it.
Expectations.
You have to see it. Sometimes people don't see it, and people don't see it. Even he couldn't believe it. Right? Even he wanted to deny it. Oh, no, that was them sabotage. They got the same people doing this all the time. Now people try to say, oh, he only did this because he didn't re-sign. No, this happened plenty of times before that. It's not the same people. It's just people know your pattern. He ain't going to knock him out. I might as well beat traffic. You know what I'm saying? Get home. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't have to worry about this let out trying to be with people. That's basically what it was. I don't see nothing big there. I just think people know who Shakur Stevenson is and what they're getting from Shakur Stevenson. People put too much, give these people too much power. You know what I'm saying? They give Bob too much power. Bob can't even keep his head up. Bob can't even keep his head up. You talking about Bob is doing all this. Bob has a hard time keeping his head up. He has his slave. He has a slave, the brother that be with him all the time, holding him up, making sure he takes him to his bathroom runs to change his pins. Bob is not that man like that. Y'all giving Bob way too much credit. Way too much credit. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, Trill. I need to get in my G bag right now. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, Trill. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, son. So let me break it down as to why this was nasty work from Top Rank and all involved, by the way. And I said, and you know what? As a true patriot of Shakur, if you're watching this, we're gonna hit some shorts out there. I've been there for you, bro. Honestly, and this is the first stage as to why I want to say that. Bob.
Nobody hates you. Let me just put that up before you says this. Nobody hates Shakur Stevenson. I
love you. I love your tweets. I love everything. Everything.
But it is what it is. Shout out to Cam and Mace. It is what it is. We have eyes. You want us to deny what we see? You want us to deny what we see? And people saying like, oh, this is some. No, this ain't no conspiracy, and this ain't nothing. This is what's been happening to you. Even you said it. It's the same five people that be coming out. No, it ain't no. Top Rank ain't pay these people. Nah, it's not the same people. These are different people. I had my brother was at the fight. Y'all used my brother's footage. That was my brother's footage that y'all used of them walking out. My brother Mo, Big Mo. Shout out to Big Mo. And shout out to his channel. What's that? The Real Mojo. That was his. Shout out to, because nobody shouted out my bro. Everybody was using this footage and retweeting it, and nobody shouted him out. So shout out to my brother Mo. You know what I'm saying? And shout out, go check him out on Twitter. At what's his thing? Shoot, let me go check it before I say it.
I'm sure what we'll do is we'll put it in the bio. So we'll put it in the bio of this episode. Big up the projector.
He was there. He was at the fight. He was.
The good Lord said, Trill, those that shall deny me and
the Real Mojo. He was at the fight. He's a Shakur fan. He was happy to be there. But did he even notice people were leaving early? They were checking out. It's the same old from him. These wasn't paid people. These are people that were sitting next to them. I'm just keeping it a buck. But go on with your conspiracy.
Well, just to play, because Trill likes to, Trill's.
I like to hit you with the physics.
It comes in with, Captain America, this, I got to give it unbiased, hustle, loyalty, respect, all of this. So I come in with devil. So I come in with a dose of reality, a pinch of devil's advocate-ness, and
come in with a dose of not reality, a dose of conspiracy. Conspiracy. That's what you come with.
I identify. No. I identify that everything that you just said there is incorrect. So, I'm an identifier.
What's your proof that Bob Arum sent the note to the production crew at Top Rank?
I'll tell you. Honestly, I'll tell you. Everybody knows that I'm
paid. These are my paid informants. I want you to screw on those paid informants. The multiple paid informants that were leaving. Bob would spend more money than what he would get back on the Shakur Stevenson fight, paying these people to leave. When Shakur Stevenson was already signed and still had 4 more fights, people were still leaving. Was Bob doing it then? No, come on.
Yes. I okay.
When he had 4 more fights left on his, come on, man.
Wait. Walk with me. In my G bag right now. Walk with me.
Well, this is what am I walking with you through hell with gasoline draws on?
Yes, bro. Yes. Sometimes you have to walk through the fire to get to the water, bro. Okay.
Go ahead. You cook.
All right. Feeling hella spiritual today. I don't know why, but this is the thing, and it's terribly nasty work from all involved. By the way, Top Rank, Aladdin, ESPN, terrible stuff. Those people were probably leaving because they probably had a prior engagement. People have children.
People have children at 12 midnight.
Well, you asked me to bring a British perspective to the show, and there's nothing more British than having to leave the dance early to get your kids from the person that you left them with, right? And that's literally it. The fact that they were zooming on these people who had a prior engagement, is terrible. And you know what I even said, because I know that there was some green screen involved in there. I know. Anyway, I digress. They were zooming in on every single corner of the stadium, of the people that had prior engagements, that they needed to leave the arena earlier than the fight would have permitted. It is nasty work. I don't think that was, and the reason why I say Bob is completely involved, like a Vince McMahon. Okay, normally you would see Bob with a couple of, I did get the pleasure of seeing Bob. When was it, in Birmingham, for the Catterall fight? Yes, I think. He had a little bag. Yes, he had a little bag of so his security. He had a little bit something for him. I didn't see that bag there, Trill. I didn't see that bag. I believe that he had a slight nap during rounds 1-4, and then that's when he passed the paper, and that's when he gave the command to just tell the people, just whoever was leaving earlier for a prior engagement, just to zoom in on those people. It was nasty work, and you can see why Shakur would be upset and is slightly crashing out right now. I, for one, given my opinion on the fight, am enjoying this. I would like him to carry on doing this. I think that it is terrible PR, but in terms of just enjoyment purposes, I really want him to continue. And in fact, thank you to Top Rank and ESPN and Bob Arum for igniting the flame that was his Twitter thing. Because you have to understand, Trill, Gervonta Tank Davis, he was being called Twitter fingers, but to overtake him. But this is where Shakur is stronger in the pound for pound rankings, is because he doesn't delete the tweets. He keeps it there.
Listen, we only hear from Tank when Tank is in camp. We never hear from Tank when he's not in camp. Only when he's bored.
But can we admire it though?
When he can't be around no ladies. That's the only time you see him tweeting and going back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Can we admire Shakur standing on business? Can we?
He did not do that.
He was upset. He's standing on upset business.
All right, we'll get to that. Let's get to the third one. Is Shakur justified in going off on everybody on Twitter? That's the third one. That's just lead it in. You just lead it in.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So you're saying that the criticism is warranted, and he is okay for going back at him for the criticism that you said that was warranted.
Now, like T.I. and Kanye in that one song, I'm the people. So I'm representing it from a devil's advocate point of view, Trill, and you know, if
I
no one really wants my
don't
personal,
want you
do
to
you want my
flip flop.
personal opinion? You want my personal opinion, or do you
Yes,
want it from
personal. I
the
want
devil's
you to keep it a buck. I'm not
Okay.
actually. I'm
Okay.
not. This is not our politically correct shows. This is across the way, U.S. to the UK.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? You
I
got
love it.
Trill and Ricco.
Mm.
This is not our politically correct show. This is not you trying to, stay buddy with everybody. This is just your personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? You said that it was warranted, and now you're saying that he was justified on going back on the people that is warranted. To me, that sounds like flip-flopping. Explain yourself, Ricco.
It's what we call a Rubik's cube, right? Because I'll tell you why. Everything is interconnected due to me having an agenda, having to wake up at 5 a.m. watching a shit fight, him crashing out and just telling everyone to fuck off, me being massively entertained by all of this because the quality of the tweets. Even, do you know what the best thing about it is, Tro? And I'm going to explain to you why. Is because people, like, I seen and interacted via messenger just to kind of console his actual fans that went to the venue, like your like your brother and
Big Mo, shout
and
out
what
to Big Mo and the Real Mojo.
shout out to him, bro. We're gonna put it in the bio, everything. But this is what I'm saying. He's actually telling fans that invested money in him to see the product that he displayed and to say to them, like, to fuck off.
And you think that's cool?
No,
And why
not
said
at
it
all.
justified in going off on everybody, and you said yes. So
I'll tell you why. Whoa! I'll tell you why. And it's just a simple fact of life, and whether we like it or not, it is what it is. You cannot tell somebody how to react to a certain situation or an interaction in any way. The human race or the human.
I am so sorry to tell you this, my brother, but you are so wrong. You are so
What?
wrong. You know why?
I never said whether it be good or bad, but
okay.
it's true.
I said that stops once you accept my money. That stops.
Absolutely.
Fucking check.
Absolutely.
All that stops once we're paying you. You can't come out here. We done paid our hard-earned money. We all have different jobs in life. There's people that
can I ask you a question?
There's people that clean toilets. There's people that sit there and clean the sewers and stuff like that. And they work hard. People working in customer service, dealing with crappy people all day, working hard for their little bit of money. And they got to save up to go out here to this casino, to this club. You got to pay for clothes, all that, because you want to look your best. You want to feel your best. And you want to spend your money to go out here to these people, right, to watch these people. And you pay your hard-earned money for this person that put his middle finger up at you and said, F you, because you got an opinion on how you spent your hard-earned money? No, screw him. And he deserves it's not justified. Nothing that he said is justified, especially when he said that crap. Everything else is cool. If somebody says attacking him as a person. If somebody wanted to attack him as a person,
yes, absolutely.
But to say to somebody that's putting their hard-earned money to come out to see you perform, F you, I don't care about you, that's a spit in the face. No, that's not justified.
This is where I want to ask you a question. Mm-hmm. Do you think that the reason as to why he's crashing out like this against his own fans is because in his heart he knows that there's a massive element of truth, if not it is the actual truth, and he can't accept that?
Of course. Why do you, this is the old age book. How you think I know? I know when people are lying, right? This is what I do. I say something, I ask them a question. And how they respond to it is how I know that they're lying. You know what I'm saying? Oh, getting all crazy. Hey, why are you getting all like that? You know what I'm saying? Because you see people's reaction. That's what it is. There's a little bit of truth to it. So he's performing like it's a little bit of truth to it. That's that guilt. You know what I'm saying? That's that guilt. That's why he's going at everybody. You should be able to take it. You was able to dish it to everybody. You was able to give it to Tate. You was able to give it to Frank Martin is trash. He's this, that, and the third. You seen what he did to that opponent that you was in there with? Pillow fist. You see what Frank did to them? You see how Frank had him looking after their fight. And he was smiling after the Shakur fight, clapping his hands, smiling, congratulating him on the victory. He couldn't even open his eyes after the Frank fight. And he had a nerve to be dissing Frank the whole time. The whole time.
Yeah, but he's angry.
He's angry. He's a man. Okay? You know what you did. You see the disappointment in your face. You heard your
he's a grown ass man.
Who fans was there? That's your hometown. They're here for you.
Oh, do you know what?
Hometowns.
You know what it is though?
From Germany or something. He ain't have nobody there for him.
You know what it is like, and this is something that I keep on forgetting. That's his home. That's his gaff. Like we would say in England. That's so mad.
That's his home. That's why he needs to be feeling something. You lied to your people, and now you're mad at them. I don't care what they think. You need to, because you already was considered not being a draw. Nobody wanting to see you, and then the little bit of people that do like you and just had something to say. There's a little criticism. You want to say F them, forget them. You definitely need to sign to somebody now. You definitely should be trying to go be a free agent now. But I'm gonna stick to the bouncing ball because that's one of the next ones. You know what I'm saying? But
but Trill, maybe this is where his people need to be with him the most. Like this is, yeah.
They can't be around him. You see, he wasn't even listening to his grandfather. If you ain't gonna listen to your grandfather, who you gonna listen to? If you ain't gonna listen, and everybody loves their grandparents, because their grandparents make up for the mistakes that they did when they was parents.
That's true.
So everybody loves the grandparents. You know what I'm saying?
I love you, Nan. I love you, Nan. My Nan actually watches the show. Well, all the stuff that she doesn't understand anything, but like, Nan, I love you. Trill, what? Okay, so what's the next bouncing rule?
No, I don't think it's warranted. I don't think. Listen, you know how many times I ain't never heard Canelo tell his fans. Yeah, somebody said, "Yeah, exactly." Shout out to my brother James. But yeah, can you imagine that? That would never happen.
Canelo leaving in Mexico in round.
Imagine Canelo, right? Telling his fans, or Bud, telling their fans, forget y'all. They were saying that, he didn't stop him. They were talking about Canelo didn't stop dude. You know what I'm saying? And before he didn't stop him. You know what I'm saying? He might be getting old. Canelo didn't come out and say, oh, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. F all my fans.
Yeah, but I've never, even at Canelo's worst performance though, Trill, I've never, his problem is the consistency of his output in these performances. It's getting so predictable to the point where, like, he's obviously showing frustration. You know,
he's so afraid. He's so afraid of the contact that he's like literally jumping in and jumping out. That's what he was doing with certain fighters. The reason why he wasn't getting those guys out of there because he ain't sitting down on his shots. That's why he's so jittery. You're getting out of there and stuff like that. He ain't sitting on them shots to deliver nothing, like he was doing in the lower weight classes.
Oscar De La Soba. No way Eddie Pay should call more than top rank. Nah. Do you know what, Oscar, bro? Production, can we bring up that one there?
That's coming up. What can he do to change the perception of him and his fighting style? What do you think Shakur Stevenson can do to change the perception of him and his fighting style? You know, like you were just saying, that he's not throwing punches and stuff like that. What do you think he can do other than that to change the perception of him and his fighting style?
It's the easiest thing ever, and I think the fact that he doesn't want to do it, I think there might be a slight psychological aspect to the game. But all he needs to do is get a trainer who is who can show him. It's either he doesn't know how to come on the front foot and cut off the ring and exhibit or initiate the exchange in the encounters. it's either he doesn't know how to do that or he's scared of doing that for whatever reason. So I'm gonna go with the first one because I've not obviously seen anybody chin check him, but that's how good and slick his defense is. But that's where his problem comes into play. You know, you can't play the same song 100 times, bro. Like it's at the end of the, and then share your frustration with the fans in terms of F you and so on and so forth. All he needs to do is just get somebody either in his camp, in his training team, or change his trainer from his granddad, because his granddad was obviously giving him what he should have what he should have been doing, but it's a psychological thing in the sense of I'm not gonna do what my trainer is telling me to do. I'm gonna do this instead. You only make those type of decisions as a fighter from what I've seen in drastic situations or something where your gut is telling you, okay, this is no, I'm definitely going to do this. No, I know I can do this. Do you know what I mean? That's 100% faith. The faith is already there in terms of you're winning the fight. You're up on the rounds. You yourself are not testing yourself when there's opponents where you can literally do whatever the fuck you want to do, bro. You know, if you're win 6, 7 rounds, 8 rounds, and then maybe try to do something different. Or, do you know what I mean? But the thing is that he's just not doing that. And I think that's where there might be a slight psychological aspect in the sense of maybe he needs to, you know, the tank fights and these type of fires that the because you say like tank, I think like the tank fight, and sorry to digress, but I think that the tank fight would be could possibly have a high possibility of being boring for 7 rounds, bro. Tank also downloads.
Bro, we'll get to that. If we're asking the question, what can he do to change his perception of him and his fighting style? What percent can he change of him? How people think about him? What can he do to change the way people think about him? We'll break it down with that one first, so we don't lose you here, my brother. What do you think that Shakur Stevenson can do to have people change perception about him? What do you think he can do?
Well, stop tweeting, but I don't want him to. I'll be honest. I'll keep it a buck. You want me to keep it a buck? I'll keep it a buck. 75, 290, all of that shit, bro. Like Shakur, please carry on doing it. You're making it all worth it for that 5 a.m. But on a serious note, his PR needs to get involved. I think PR for these young fighters is fucking terrible. I don't know why it's so bad. It's weird, but you need to have.
They don't have it no more. They used to have it, but they don't have it no more. Only the big stars have it. You know what I'm saying? These youngest, the ones that don't got that, you know what I'm saying, like that, they still doing it themselves. They're not Canelo. They ain't reached that Canelo stage yet.
No, but Canelo is disciplined. Canelo's never tweeted and done stupid shit like this.
He didn't come up with these kids.
No, but this is the thing. He's obviously. This is where you need maybe but this is where you need maybe a sports therapist, and you know this is like you're not going to hear anybody else in any other shows or channels speak about this. He needs a sports psychologist personally, and this is not a joke. I'm not even joking or anything like that, because there's obviously something where it's stopping him from initiating the engage, from engaging in an exchange. You know, it's like he's sort the PR out, get somebody in his training camp who can help him with that. You know, maybe a Ben Davison, or I don't know. But his granddad, he's obviously not listening to his granddad, so that's where you start. You start from in camp.
Okay, well, I think what he can do, and you said something about the sports therapist, which I think is a wonderful idea. We actually advocated for that on the Boxing Bros when AJ was doing it, and everybody was saying AJ was mentally weak, and we was like, nah, you know.
I've been to therapy.
Being an athlete. Being an athlete and dealing with everything you have to deal with, especially you're taking care of a lot of families. Like one fighter might be taking care of 37 families. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's a lot of people to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot on your pressure, a lot of pressure on you. So
Shout out to Nick Cannon.
Especially a therapist can help him. But also, I wanted to say to change the perception of him is the whole what he says on Twitter. I don't have a problem with him being on Twitter and promoting himself, but what he says is on Twitter as far as attacking other people and attacking other fighters, because what that does is put the spotlight on you. Once you put your attack and you critiquing other fighters, people say, hey, what have you done? And then it makes people want to turn and look at you. And it also turns your own fans against you as well. You know? And what else you can do is grow up. That's also something that you can do. When things don't go your way, you don't just stop pouting and say F everybody. It shows growth and maturity if you can take constructive criticism, because nobody was threatening to hurt you. Nobody was threatening to beat you up. Nobody was threatening to hurt your family over your performance. They was just saying, like, you keep putting them to sleep. I keep supporting them. Shakur Stevenson is my man. Nobody was saying you're a horrible person. They hate your guts. Everybody was saying how much they admire you and they adore you. They love the technical side of you. They just want you to mix it up.
I was saying that. I was saying that at 5 a.m.
You know what I'm saying? You just need to sit down on your shots and mix it up. That's what they were saying. And you took all the good to even your own supporters. You went at your own supporters. Cam and Mason say nothing bad and disrespectful to you. You wanted to take it to the next level. Like you're like that. Like you're from that. And you're not. You're not from there. You left as a kid. You're not from there. They know you. It's the truth. Them people do not know you out there.
You get the last one up.
You're trying to represent. Even exactly. He even went after Chris Algieri. My man said that in the comment section. He even went after Chris Algieri. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? You should be mad at yourself, not your supporters. You know what I'm saying? And this is why people are turned off from him, because of this situation. You get back what you put out. So I think maturity will help him. As far as in the ring, what will help him? Because people saying, oh, you need to leave your team. You leave your team. Why? He has the best team in boxing right now. People's just thinking about his grandfather. That's not who he's in there training with. He's in there with Bomac. He's in there with TC. He's in there with Keyshawn Davidson. That's who he's in there with.
But so I'm one to understand, Trill.
He's in there with all.
So I'm one to.
He know he's there. His grandfather is there in there for him because it's a familiar ear. This is a familiar ear. That's one of the people that was in there. There's other people in that corner with him. There's a whole team behind Shakur Stevenson. That's why I said, to me, I think he needs to work on strength, his strength, not just conditioning, his strength. Sitting down on these shots if he's going to stay at 135, because he damn sure better not go to 140. Talking about he going to lace up and do all this street stuff. Where? When did these boxers start thinking that they were street guys? This is crazy. You been moved out. You ain't from Newark, Jersey. That's why they don't rep you like that. That's why they were walking out of the fight. People gotta stop with this fantasy gangster crap.
They had a
gangster crap and stay in the gym. That's what
they had a prior
perception of him.
They had a prior engagement.
Who had a prior engagement? They had no prior engagement. The prior engagement was beating traffic.
Well,
exactly
for a reason, a prior engagement. Why would you want to beat traffic? Because you have the kids. There's a babysitter. Trill, we don't know people's circumstances.
You know the outcome of this already.
Well, we don't know the circumstances, Trill. I'm literally giving you what life throws at people on a daily basis.
Fan, when I seen him cry at the Olympics, you know what I'm saying? It made me want to see him do great. You know what I'm saying? It made me want to see him do great. He really is, and he has passion. Shout out to the production has been on point all day. You know what I'm saying?
Production, I fucking love.
That was a real moment, though.
This might be my favorite episode.
That was a real moment. And he
that
got
was really fun.
And he lost. That his passion made me like him. Then he stepped in the ring and he was handling business at first. Then he started moving, and then next thing you know, your fights ain't adding up to your talking. We know you're talented. We know you talented. We know you defensively talented. We know you that guy, but it's not translating in the ring. It's not translating in the ring. We seeing the skills and all that, but we ain't seeing this power and stuff like that you said that you got, and you gonna knock people out and all this. How you gonna knock somebody? How you gonna knock somebody, a street guy out? You know what I'm saying? You can't even knock somebody out your size. Somebody weighing 200 pounds in the streets, but you can't even knock out a guy 135 pounds your size in the ring. But you talking all this street stuff.
Yeah, it's different in the streets, Trill, as you and I both know.
I'm with you, Jim. I was a massive Shakur fan as well.
And still are. You know, we here at...
It's just underwhelming performances have made us all come together as a collective and tell the truth. No more gaslighting. Everybody's telling the truth. We got him here. We gaslighted Shakur Stevenson here. We gave him the credit of beating everybody without him actually getting in the ring and beating people. Oh, Shakur Stevenson would do this. Shakur Stevenson would do this. We all was guilty of it at one point.
I wasn't.
But he can't do that. You think that when he went in there performing against dudes that could take out a tank? No. I think he needs to go back a little bit and try to get in there with Frank Martin, and I think Frank Martin would give him trouble. Trouble. After that performance last night, I think Frank will give him trouble. I think he'll give him trouble. Frank will give him trouble. Let's move it right along here.
But Trill, you said something interesting there. You said that you know, he's not just in there with his granddad. He's with you know, Crawford and the Andre Wards and the Bomax. So, production, can we put the picture of Crawford and Co on the side there?
And Dre and Crawford sleeping.
Well, this is just to add to my point. And also we have the capability, and it's hilarious. You're telling me that after, because this is not to your point, this is not the first time. This is like what, 4 or 5 consecutive performances of this manner and production. You're telling me that Crawford is not giving constructive criticism to him, and what is he saying? What is he saying to Crawford? Oh yeah, no. I just had a bad night. Crawford. So after this one, Crawford was actually asleep. Right, where Crawford was really asleep this time. He do-rag everything, was like, bro, where am I after the bell? What's Crawford saying to him now is what I want to know. What's Andre Ward saying? That's what I want to know. Because I'm like,
Ward is saying. I know what Ward is saying. Ward is saying, hey, they booed me too. They used to boo my fights too. That's what Ward is saying. As long as you got the dub, and I know what TC is saying. Like, look, as long as you got the dub, of course they're gonna rally behind their little man. That's their little man. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to keep his spirits high. The fact of the matter is, he's in there training with him. That's why he's
but you got to be honest.
At a high level, his body just can't do what they're asking him to do. It could just be that he just don't have that at 135. He's still showing the skill, but as far as taking people out and being a dog, his body just is not allowing it. You know what I'm saying?
So move up then. Like, this is the thing as well. Like, I don't understand this generation of young men.
He has to move back down, not move up. He has to move back down. If he can't,
there is no way.
Listen,
no way in hell he's making 130 pounds
and get dropped by a jab. He can't fight at no 140. He's gonna have to go down. He's gonna have to go down because he don't have no power to go up. He's gonna have to go down.
So
he don't have the power at 135. What do you mean go up to 140, Ricco? What are we talking about?
How is he gonna make 130 pounds, bro? I don't understand.
Dedication.
He's dedicated now. Like I've never seen an unfit Shakur
in at 133.5. He can work harder. Start dieting now. Stay
because if you're listening.
Stay up instead of ballooning up. Instead of ballooning up in weight, stay around that weight.
I've not seen him balloon up though. Like I've fairly seen a fairly
Stay
disciplined
around the
Shakur.
same way. He wants to go and party, eats burgers and stuff like that. No, stay that same way. Stay like you in the camp. You could do it if you really wanted to do it. But I don't think 135. This is it. Not it. We're gonna keep getting these same performances here. We're gonna
I don't know about going down.
Performances here. So we're gonna go to our fifth and our final question. Who would you want to see him sign with and fight next?
For me, I would like to see him sign with Eddie. I believe that Eddie can polish what's been almost unpolishable. And I used almost with a capital A. All capital letters, actually. In terms of who I want to see him fight next, a high volume pressure puncher. I think that William Zepeda is absolutely perfect for Shakur Stevenson. I think that fight with Zepeda, and I know that Eddie will be able to work with Golden Boy. Okay. I think that would be the most perfect, absolute, every question answered that everybody would like to be answered. Everything, because it would have been if he can't do what he's done with every single fighter that he's fought with Zepeda. Zepeda has the highest volume of punches per round. Like, the guy has strength. He's got everything. William Zepeda is one of the Mexicans where I'd like to build a wall around the UK against Mexico. And he's the only one I would give papers to come in here and, indulge in UK life. But yeah, William Zepeda is, for me, I think, we'll give you for another show, but I believe that he might, he's one of them ones, bro. I think he 1,000,000% could, and I would back him to beat Shakur personally. But yeah, I think William Zepeda is perfect. Sign with Eddie, get the Oscar deal done. Boom.
You know what? That's good. I even said that because I was also champion for William Zepeda. I think William Zepeda is the man. That I can't think of anything bad to say about him. I've been champion for him for the last year. If you watch Boxing Bros, it's the guy that I keep mentioning as the boogeyman. Nobody wants to give him the opportunity, and I think that Shakur Stevenson should stay away from him because this guy is gonna listen. We'll talk about what's the best move for Shakur Stevenson. That's not the best move because I think I might have to go with Zepeda for that. I honestly really think he's at. I honestly think he should stay where he's at because nobody else is gonna put up with his type of crap and stuff that he's doing and pay him the money that he's getting and body. Also, it's an easier way for him to stay there and he can unify the belt. It's the guy that has the belt at 135, a guy from Ukraine, a fellow Ukrainian of Lomachenko. He has a belt. So he can stay there at top rank and fight him and unify there. And then after he unifies there, maybe he'll get another chance and he can fight Lomachenko right there. That's 3 belts. And then that sets up a major fight with Tank Davis across the street fight. But you already got 3 belts. If you can beat the other guy from Ukraine, Ivan, and you can
he's not sided with Top Rank.
That's 3 belts, right? And so that helps you in negotiations against Tank because now you're coming with more metal and making an undisputed fight at 135 if you wanted to do that. I'm just talking smart business. What would I do? Not what he's going to do. What I think he should do. And I think that he should stay with Top Rank. They put out enough crap for you, and they've been giving you the money, more money than what you deserve for these snooze fest fights. So I think you might as well just stay there. And there's 2 other champions with belts there, Lomachenko and the other guy there, Ivan, who got a belt. So why jump shift when you can be there and grab those other belts and then set up a huge fight with Tank Davis for undisputed at 135? And it will help you with negotiations because you got 3 of the 4 belts, recognized belts. I'm just talking facts here. You know what I'm saying? Make it easier for yourself, not hard for yourself. If that's what you're talking about, legacy and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect. The only thing is he'll like you said, it's what he should do and what he's definitely not going to do. He's not going to sign with Top Rank after they doctored all of that footage of all those people leaving, and I don't blame him. But yeah, the end of another, like, this every show that we have is like my favorite show. Like, honestly,
this show
absolutely hilarious.
It's just breezing by. It's just breezing by and it's just going by. Shout out to our chat. Shout out for everybody rocking with us and following us on the chat, retweeting all our tweets and all that, and showing across the way all the love. We'll never forget you, no matter how big this show is.
Wait.
We're going to remember all the guys who was here first, who came through and showed love to across the way, the U.S. to the U.K. You are witnessing here something epic, something that's never been done before, something that is dope. Two brothers from two different parts of the world that's got the same passion and love for the most amazing sport that there is, and that's boxing. And that's what we're here delivering you guys. Nothing but our unbiased opinion on the greatest sport ever, which is boxing. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to our sponsors, man. Another great show. I can't wait until episode 10. Episode 10 is going to be the block party. You know what it is, D-Rock Clothing. Not only do we say the real things, we wear the real things. You know what I'm saying? Because real ones do real things. And that, you know what I'm saying? We wear the real things as well. So shout out to our whole team, our iBoxingHub team, the whole family. We doing big things. And you're going to see everybody here on our block. Everybody that you see, all the names you see right there, throw that up again, production. Throw that up there, all the shows and all the time. You're going to see everybody here next week for the block party. That's right, across the way block party. Everybody that's down with iBoxingHub, everybody that's on the roster, they're going to be locked in with us. We're going to have a block party. We're going to talk boxing. We're just going to talk crap. You already know what it is. And we're going to have a good time. You know what I mean? So we're going to have, we're going to have a blast. We're going to have a blast. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all. Shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Trill pretty much said everything. Thank you to everybody that's supporting us. Jams, you always give the nicest posts and share and retweet and all this type of stuff. So again, family. So big up man like Jams, big up Lucy, big up Trollabea. Honestly, bro, come back. I've enjoyed the comments, and yeah, like I said, we created this just for the banner, unbiased opinions. Obviously, I like to play devil's advocate, so I like to give you the opinion of sometimes the people. In truth, Trill sometimes doesn't agree, but we have to give all sides of the spectrum. Okay, we have to look outside the box, inside, all that type of shit, and that's why I'm here. That's why the show is so fucking awesome.
You already know.
Yes.
Let them know about next week, Ricco. Let them know to tune in next week, Tuesday, 5 p.m. USA time and 10 p.m. UK time. When we hit you with the across the week block party. It's going to be epic. Production, take us out, baby. Production, take us out. We in a building.
Yeah. This feels good. We're going to go to Boston to Cali on this one. Level up on these niggas and I know they hate it. Struggling that life, looking aggravated.